I can't even get hurt. We should go back to the screen.
Okay. Is the audio there now?
We tested it.
We should be able to.
Audio's back. Right, we're getting it figured out, everyone. Thank you for your patience. Cameras are just getting turned on right now. For some reason, they turned off right when we switched over. When we had them all ready to go.
How are the widgets working?
They're good.
Fantastic. So, this is our new adjusted setup. New looks, new visuals, overhauled by our wonderful trio here. Kyan did a lot of the visual work with the wonderful background and the fireflies and the hand-drawn everything that he did. Yoshiko did our borders and our little widgets, and our wonderful worker Rex here put everything together for us.
Tech guy. Why am I the only person being referred to by their character name?
Well, you're my wife, so...
Because he gets to.
Because I can. Anyway...
Right,
We're getting ready to start here. Last time we ended off right after the party finished escaping from a dangerous combat that they got into and started heading towards the Nightmare Realm portal that they're going to be entering to use to fast travel around. But when they got there, they found that it was being guarded by some undead, 2 flush golems, as well as 4 winged humanoid zombified creatures called scabs that have harpoon guns attached to their left arm.
Nice.
And so we're going to go ahead and get started there. So without further ado, and after thanking you all for tuning in to watch us live, we're going to go ahead and roll intro.
We're back.
All right.
Let's do this. We didn't roll initiative last time, did we?
No, you're going to do that this time.
No. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
One of these days we should just do a tour of dice. 7!
All right. Everyone go ahead and roll initiative for me. As you guys are rolling, open your cart.
Hopefully it's not a natural 1.
Did you
It
roll
was an
it?
18, actually. That was pretty good.
All right.
Was that a 1?
No, it was double. It was 11.
And then everyone who has joined us, if you haven't, we would very much appreciate it if you would drop us a follow. And
Please jump
thank
over
you,
to the
everyone,
YouTube channel.
for jumping in. Also, if you haven't, please check out the YouTube channel by the same name and drop us a subscription, a subscribe on there.
We have
Trying to grow that as well.
behind the scenes stuff on there.
We do,
Need to
including
watch
some
us suffer.
some new stuff that we're working on for upcoming sessions. All right.
Just a little bit.
So first things first with initiative. Who got a 20 or higher?
Oh, wait. No. I never rolled.
Come on, man. What are you doing?
Of course, we saw that 20 high.
I even tried.
What'd you get?
I got a dirty 20.
I like how she acts disappointed when she said that. The way she said it was like, darn it, I got a dirty 20.
I hate being
I guess
first in
I'll-
combat, okay?
I guess I'll be okay with a 20.
If it's anything else, I'd rather it not.
Man,
I
my
don't
darn
take
rolls
my
are just
bad
so good, it
dice.
sucks.
I don't like being first.
Okay. 20 or higher. Masala, okay, she's
Just
first.
me.
Oh, do I have a... Oh, I got a dirty 20 as well.
Dirty 20 as well.
Oh.
But I
Well,
assume
she's
you have
got a higher dex score.
I was gonna
so
say, you
she's-
definitely have a
She's
higher
first, you're second.
Yeah, plus 2, actually. So...
Let's go 15 to 19. Anyone? Man, it's always such a man. Nobody ever is in the 15 to 19, I swear. 5 to 10?
14.
Or, sorry, 10 to 15?
14.
14.
What did you roll?
What did
What
you
do you
get?
gosh. Well, I know what you got.
I will say it
3, baby.
when I get asked.
Did you roll a 1?
No.
Okay, 5 to 10?
7.
Also a 7, but I have a plus 2
You
to
do.
my dex.
So you
Okay.
go first.
So Yoshiko is going to be that one.
Wait,
Yeah.
we
Yosh
have
goes first,
initiative
then.
trackers for this.
I know, I've got to put it in my phone first, and then I'll order it.
Yeah,
Wait,
he's
we
got to
gotta-
do
we
the
gotta be able
math.
to see the emission
I
trackers.
gotta do it for
Oh,
my
yeah.
stealth real quick.
He's got to
Okay.
do his
There we
numbers.
go.
For Okay. All right. What did you get, Aurora?
3!
Funnily enough, though, you're not last in
is
this
it?
order.
That's good.
That's good. That's good. Not being last is
Pretty good.
pretty good.
It's ideal. 12 people.
If you're not
One of the
first, you're
units of
last.
monsters got
Welcome,
lower
people.
than you, and their initiative.
Welcome,
roll.
gamers.
All right.
Dragons are invading.
So, getting started right into this combat. It is going to start with Marcella, of course, first.
I'm ready.
Shoot him.
I don't
Kill him.
want to.
Kill him.
Fine.
So, I'm going to go ahead and just order these around.
Shoot his. Shoot an arrow through his eye.
I feel like
We're all-
anytime something happens, you should just say that Benny goes in your place. Because he's
You know what?
over
Yeah, can I just do that? Can I switch places with Benny?
Malone.
Because I don't want to go first. Fine. We're all.
You
You
did
can
the most
say-
damage, though.
You can hold your action. Just say I don't want to do this right now.
I might be equal now.
No, it's fine. We're just all in the cart, isn't that
Shoot it
right?
in the eye.
Yeah, we're on the cart.
I'm just gonna shoot a golem. I don't care. The very first one I see, I'm shooting.
That is
at.
our initiative order.
Pew pew, pew. Ooh, we got our spell slot.
Anyone there that's blank is an enemy monster.
17.
Wonderful.
17 to hit the first golem I see.
All right, 17 to hit with your bow.
Shabing bong.
Yep.
All right, she quick draws, fires, arrow whizzes, and strikes right into like the upper left pec of the flesh golem as it hits into it, sticks in,
Yes.
and you can see like electricity almost like crackle up the shaft of your arrow as it hits.
Ooh,
Go ahead and roll damage.
I don't like that.
The creature doesn't seem to react to it. It just kind of turns to you and goes,
damage.
Sure.
okay, 8 damage.
Oh, okay.
On my book. That's why I wrote
Hey.
it down.
Oh, sorry. I did not even realize I was a
I
mountain.
get to hit it again.
Yep. Going for a second shot.
Yeah, you hit.
18 base.
Okay, that will hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Same
8 again.
Okay, second shot follows up in pretty much the exact same spot. Great grouping. Your arrow's knocks actually are pretty much touching as you hit the same spot on the left pec again. Just
Good.
after the second one, you see this kind of snarl kind of come across its face as it looks at you.
Who wants to be the first person to touch it to see if it shocks somebody?
Calvin, you are up. Or I guess, is there anything else you wanted to do with your turn, Marcella?
Just go into hiding.
Okay.
Sneak.
Sorry, what was this about touching
Go ahead and
something?
roll for stealth. Which, you know, will be like 20 something.
Base 17.
You're hidden.
27, guys.
As I said, 20 something.
It's the Homer Simpson meme of slowly backing into the.
There's just some tall ferns nearby, and she just disappears into them.
I don't even
You guys are like,
anymore.
all right, Marcella, what's the plan? She always
Wait a
does
second,
this.
yeah,
Where does
oh
she
my
go?
God.
Every
Does
time,
this.
she just
The new
disappears.
little.
All right, Calvin, you were up.
Sorry, what was it? What am I touching next? Gonna
The golems.
golems went.
How close are the golems from us?
The golems are about,
Now we get to find out whether or not they're shocky.
they're about 50 feet from you guys.
50.
Yeah.
I hold out my hand. Deal. And I sprint towards the thing. So I'm gonna go move 30 feet.
Okay.
And then, wait, what's the range on this really quick? It's 15 feet. So I'll say it probably won't hit. And I'm gonna run up and just take like the biggest rock that this will work with. I'm gonna look for a 5-pound rock or 5-pound chunk of wood. I don't know anything. I'm gonna use catapult to just launch whatever it is at the general direction. I'm just gonna pick it up and go. And the closest thing, I don't know. Probably the what are we fighting? The biggest thing that's
Golems and
closest to me.
scabs.
The closest golem to me.
So I'm working on adjusting the music.
It's a little loud.
Not adjusting. No, not loud. Alright, there we go. Sorry about that. Anyone wearing headphones?
Headphone users.
I'm not so.
I may or may not have rolled a 3.
Because you're the last one.
Come on, I can't be the only one that hits these guys.
I'll hit them.
I'll hit him eventually.
Actually,
I'll go
I
deal
don't
with
want
the
to.
scab.
Okay.
I got a 3.
You got a 3.
to catapult a boulder at one.
Alright, that's going to miss as you lift it up and fire, and it doesn't even move. You just see it go. As it turns and looks, it goes way over its head.
That wasn't touching it.
Hey, man, there. I'm at least gonna try to do something.
Slow.
Now I turn back to keep running.
Yeah, as you do that, the 2 flesh golems turn and look at you guys. You notice that there's these weird, like, copper coils, like, coming in and out of their skin on their arms, cycling up as they begin to lumber forward towards you, and you watch as their arms kind of move, and, like, electricity begins to cackle or crackle around these copper tubes that go through their arms as they charge you.
They have electric gauntlets.
They move faster than you would expect them to at this size, closing the 50-foot gap very quickly. They charge you, and the first one takes a swing at Johan, who's up in front, as he punches at him. That is going to be a
They hit hard.
22 to hit.
That does hit.
Ruh-roh, Raggy. Come on, hit me!
Anyway, how's a 22, Johan?
That hits.
Okay. That is going to be...
Johan, don't just stand there, do something.
So you're going to take 9 bludgeoning damage, and then you're going to take 8 lightning damage as it hits you.
17.
Yeah, as it punches him directly into his chest plate, almost denting it in a little bit into your chest, as you feel the electricity pulse off of its arm and crackle throughout your body.
You got beat by Johan.
It's then going to take a punch with the second arm,
Huh? What'd you say to me?
You touched it first.
and that's going to be a dirty 20.
Was that the same one?
That does not hit me.
Something
Okay.
ran up to
The
us.
second one will miss as you're able to bring up your shield and catch the punch on it. As it,
Hold on.
the second one is going to move up,
They do shot.
and it's going to look at the person who just tried to throw a boulder at it, and it's going to charge him. So it's going to move 50 feet, and it's going to throw a punch at you, Calvin.
Is he next to Daisy by chance?
We
big
were
boy.
technically all in the cart.
Yeah, you're all in
Yeah,
the
we're
cart.
on the cart.
I would assume I hopped out of the car when I ran towards
Okay.
the thing.
Yeah, because you would have run up. So he's a little bit away from
I'll be a
Daisy.
man.
So it's going to be a dirty 20 to hit you, Calvin.
That totally doesn't hit me. Yeah, of course it hits. I'm angry.
And that is going to be that is going to be 16 points of bludgeoning damage and 2 points of lightning damage as the first fist crashes down in like a hammer fist blow, catching you on the shoulder. Crack! And then the
Hey, do something, yo!
and then the second fist comes up almost like a giant uppercut.
You say 15 for the first one?
Yeah. So it's 16 bludgeoning damage and 2 lightning from the first hit. So a total of 18 damage. The second one is an 18 to hit.
No, I still need to put on my freaking armor.
I love how you've had that for freaking
Forever.
like over a year at this point, and
you
you
never
still.
put it on. All right.
Yeah, and I gave it.
Yes,
to
it
you.
hits.
So the second one hits.
I gave it to you instead of selling it.
Yep.
Can I see the candy bowl?
Yes, ma'am.
It's so hard and stiff.
That's going to be 13 points of bludgeoning and 2 points of electric or of lightning damage. As the second fist uppercuts you. And you realize that these copper tubes like come into the knuckles and actually stick out a little bit in almost like strong like points of a taser at the end of its knuckles.
I'm just gonna yell out to everyone, be aware! They shock you!
This may be shocking.
Right.
This may be shocking to hear. They can electrocute you.
So that is the golem's turns. It is Cairo's turn, and then next on deck is Yoshiko.
They love
I can
candy.
dispel real quick.
Kill it.
So, if I were to get them in a 60-foot cone, how many could I get?
Oh,
If you have a
A
60-foot cone,
60-foot cone, how many can I get in the
you
60
could actually... You could feasibly get all 6 enemies in that cone. because the 4 scabs on the ground have not taken off yet, and so you would be able to put it in a position where you could actually get them all.
Would you count Alchemist Fire as non-magical and a weapon?
Sorry.
Would you count Alchemist Fire as non-magical and a weapon?
It is
I think it is.
technically it is non-magical, but it is a weapon. Well, kind of. It's a throwable weapon.
Yeah, so it'll count. I'm gonna throw it up and then cast Conjure Barrage.
Okay.
It's not gonna change anything, but it's just better than using 1 bullet versus 1 of my 4. Okay. So all of them will need to take a Dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
DC is 17.
I got some. Just right there.
Everyone fails.
Okay. Do you want the 3d8 for each one or all at once?
You can choose if you want to roll it all at
Would
once.
I
or
have to roll then?
Individual.
Too? Or is he just at the scales?
Each creature in the cone.
Yeah, you shouldn't have said anything. Am I
think
in
they'd
the
both
cone?
be in it.
Ah.
I'm getting them. They're in melee.
You did this to me.
Yeah,
I'm gonna take
you-
more damage.
Well, yeah, you 2 would be in the cone.
I'm
So
already
both of you need to make a dex save too.
less than half health. Oh, I got enough.
You're fine.
Yeah,
Dirty 20.
Okay.
17. No, I'm good.
Okay. Yeah, you barely
Yes,
pass.
both of you take half.
Oh, we still take damage?
Yeah. 7, 14, 17.
Oh, there's 17.
So you guys will take 8.
Okay. 17 points of damage. The fire raining down actually. So as he throws up his alchemist fire and casts
Conjure.
Conjure Barrage on it, you watch as the alchemist bottle explodes in the air, and then the contents of it, its fiery contents, begins to swirl, and almost like it's duplicating in the air, replicate as globs of alchemist fire down in this barrage across the area, hitting you. You guys just barely dodging out of the way of most of it, but getting a little bit on you. The golems getting hit heavily in the head with it, and you can see it immediately start to burn their flesh and skin as it also rains down on the scabs, ripping through their wings. These scabs start screaming and trying to pat at themselves, but with how clumsily they move and stuff, they're not able to pat themselves out as it begins to burn through their backs, and you watch as all 4 of them collapse on the ground.
They're all dead.
Yeah, the scabs, not the big
The
things.
4 scabs,
Guys
yeah.
with the scabs.
And it's
Good.
3rd level spell.
Oh, watch me casting things, bro. Oh.
I'm just.
In bonus action, I'm going to command DC.
Hang on, bro.
There's one of the big ones near Daisy, right? Next to him.
Yes.
I'm going to have Daisy pull up so the car will move.
Okay.
And Daisy's going to strike that one.
Okay.
Daisy. That would be 24 to hit.
Okay, that will hit.
So just that. Cool.
11 force damage.
Okay. Daisy throws a kick out, hitting it in the knee. As you watch as the knee kind of pops to the side as her hoof strikes it, and then could you go.
And then I'm going to use Arcane Jolt as my reaction.
How much damage?
It was 11 force damage
Okay.
from Daisy. Then Arcane Jolt, and I'm going to do 2d6 healing to Calvin.
Okay.
6.
Nice job.
And then is that your full turn?
Yeah, that is
All right,
my
Yoshiko,
command.
you are up.
Yoshiko's gonna see the fact that they're spitting lightning and have guns and taser guns on their fingers, and she's gonna go, I'm not gonna touch that, and then cast Solar
They're
Wind.
not my fault this time.
Okay. All right, you're gonna cast Solar Wind and hit the 2 golems. Okay.
So they have to make a dex saving throw of 15. Otherwise, they
Kill
get
both.
6 radiant.
They are not gifted in their dex scores or
Good.
their dex saves.
3, 4. Come here. 4, 5,
highest of the two rolls was a 13.
So, alright.
Good.
Alrighty. So that is going to be
Let's die.
15, 20, 27 points of damage on each.
Okay, 27 points of damage on each. As in the way that she does, she begins to spin her arms, almost creating a vortex of solar wind from her hands as she begins to spin it, and sparks, almost like ashes and motes of light, begin to appear in this wind as it arcs from her, and almost like drawing a line, weaves back and forth through the two golems, hitting them in their spaces, and as these little motes of light hit them, they begin to burn them and light them on fire with a radiant white flame.
It looks like Matsumi.
As both golems scream out in pain, taking 27 points.
That'll be 27 of radiant.
Okay.
I should have eaten more of your dad's tri-tip.
And then anything
Same.
else? Okay.
Fancy looking.
That's your full turn?
Yep, full turn.
Okay. It is Johan's turn.
Right.
See what you can do with that belt.
Fancy
Punch
looking
back.
doohickey.
I have a feeling. I'm already feeling it, but
Back.
I'm going to punch him back with my sword in the face.
And him rightly pulls the pommel off.
Oh,
And
there we go. Yes. A 19 base.
Okay. So what is
19
that?
plus 13, by the way.
Yeah.
Plus 13. Yeah. So a 32 will hit.
Yes. Okay, and am I divine smiting this guy?
Just do it.
Yeah, screw it. No.
Yeah, I might as well.
Yeah, get rid of
We got
him.
The more you
Spell
divine smite
slots.
them, the faster you kill them.
That's true.
The faster you
Yeah,
get rid of
we
them.
got places to be.
That's true.
Exactly. We gotta
Plus, it's
go
just the
kill
two
them
golems
again.
left, so.
I'm
do the
gonna
thing.
do a level 1, so that's
And him rightly. Divine
2d8?
smite pommel strike.
Two. Sure. Yeah. 2d8.
2D.
I don't know.
Make it 3 just for fun.
See, listen to the man.
Oh, you're
He knows
right.
what he's talking about.
You know what? Screw it. Yeah, I'll put a. No, I'll do a level 3 on him.
Oh, sure. Good.
Give me.
I
Yeah,
like not
48.
doing work. I like rushing in, getting almost killed, and then doing nothing.
If the target's undead or fiend, increase by another one, so 5d8.
Yep. Because
I'll just get all right
Here.
I'm throwing
Just-
6
just
total
be-
d8.
just
No,
be
I
safe.
got it all, man.
what is it that adds his additional d8?
Undead or fiend, and then you do on a third level.
Yeah.
Undead? Yeah.
Yep.
So,
Get all the D8s.
undead, fiend, the next one is 68.
Yeah.
Okay, give me a
And then
second.
if he ever crits with the weapon, he also gets to add an additional damage die that's necrotic as well, because of what his weapon is. Yeah.
16, 26,
And if it's a crit, that weapon it ignores all immunities from necrotic
36,
if you get the crits.
9,
It's a really good sword. It's made to kill vampires.
43.
43 damage.
No, that's to hit.
It was 32 to hit.
Yeah, no, I just joking.
All right, that one is bloodied as you watch
I got
as
second
Johan
attack.
steps forward,
First intent.
Oh, yeah, I got 2.
doing a very simple but very effective feint to the top,
Yeah.
bringing it back around and cleaving the entire left arm off of this golem as he feints right, slashes it down left, and with a strength that surprises him because he's not yet used to his belt, cleaves right through the left arm of the golem as it leaves it with this massive smoldering stump burning with radiant silver fire.
One more. Oh, 8 plus 13, so 20,
That'll hit.
Yeah, 22.
Yeah,
Or
8 plus
21.
13 is 21 or something.
21. Yeah.
Or,
Yeah, 21.
8 plus 21. Yeah, 8 plus 13.
Yeah,
21.
I will do.
Quick maths.
21.
I will.
Quick maths.
21. I've learned more about math playing D&D than math class.
I will do a level 2 divine.
Okay.
So I just
Uh,
take.
I
one
think
out.
you can divine smite once
Yeah.
per
Once?
turn.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
But do
Yeah.
I? No, I don't. No, never mind. But I still get.
Oh, I'm out of
12.
alcohol.
Okay, 12 points of damage. As the second blow, after cleaving through the arm, you turn your blade and ram it up from below into the rib cage of the golem, dealing 12 points of damage to it. As the golem first looks stunned by its arm being completely severed, as you can see panic being into well in its face, but before it can even react to it, you've shoved your blade up into the chest cavity of it, with enough force that's kind of like knocked it off of its balance, as you hear the thing go.
Nice. As my bonus action, I'm going to use a level 1 spell slot to put Searing Smite for my next turn.
Okay.
Turns out
That's
you
bonus
can
action. You.
Divine Smite multiple times per turn.
Oh, you can?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you said you were going to
Can I?
do Divine Smite, so go ahead and add that damage.
Do it.
So we already had the,
Yeah.
it was 12, so I just need to add
Because the new
Yeah.
rules, it's a bonus action instead, which is why.
Yeah.
Do you know dice?
No,
You got plenty.
I got plans.
That one.
yeah, let's kill these guys.
Yeah.
We need to get out of here. 17, 22.
Because in 2014 rules, it's just you can Divine Smite when you
Yeah,
hit,
22.
right?
Yeah, 2014
Yeah.
when you make an attack.
22.
22 plus 12,
34.
34?
22 plus 12. Yeah, 34.
34.
34 points of damage. Okay.
Okay.
So that one, as you ram it up into the chest cavity, you ignite the blade again with radiant fire as the creature begins to scream in pain, and you actually watch as fire begins to emanate out of its mouth and its arms stump as you cook it alive from the inside with a radiant flame. Pull the blade out, sever his head as he drops dead.
Thank you.
Show off.
You're just jealous you didn't do it first.
Aurora walks out of the wagon.
All right,
Fight to glorify.
and then.
I only do it to
And then
glorify.
as you pull up the blade, you run your fingers across it as it begins to glow red as you cast Burning Smite or Searing Smite on it for the next target. It is now Aurora's turn.
What have you been doing? Have you been just like sleeping in the cart?
Yeah, Aurora just basically wakes up from psychosis. She goes, and then she jumps her into battle.
Again.
I sense danger.
Passed out in the middle.
Her senses are a little dull.
yeah.
So there's just one left, right?
Yeah. One flush golem left.
But it's like full
Burn
health.
it.
But yes.
Is he like pretty weak or is he?
It's been hit a couple times, like it's been hit by her solar wind.
But it's not bloodied.
And it was also the one that got kicked by Daisy.
I'm gonna do an insanely risky thing. So the minus
Do it.
the -5 thing. Well, I just want to try it because
Yeah,
it's not like we're gonna
heck
die.
yeah.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Just do it.
It's -5 to hit for plus 10 damage.
Correct.
No, yeah.
So
On his
can
bow.
I declare that before?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna try that, and I'm gonna
So
use an
with his
alchemist fire
sharpshooter
here.
feat, he can do that. So Aurora goes ahead and takes aim, aiming for a critical spot on the golem that she believes will do extra damage.
Kyra, seeing that she's gonna use a special arrow, is going to flash a genius this for +5, pointing out a weak spot.
Nice.
Another
Please be cool. Please be cool.
You, as you're doing it, you just watch like a glowing hit marker appear on the target. It's like this little red bullseye or X pops up, like right under the armpit of the golem.
So it's gonna 17 base.
Okay,
22.
so it's gonna hit
Yeah.
before you even add your modifier.
So minus 5. So
Five
plus
plus
10
5.
damage. So now we gotta. Okay, well, I didn't think this was gonna work.
Yeah.
Um,
Which kind of arrow are you using?
An alchemist fire arrow.
Oh, nice.
It's kind of overkill, but
No,
We got
nothing's
ways to
over.
go.
yeah. Okay,
Go
all right,
now.
good. All
I
right.
can't flash a genius attacks.
Ooh,
My bad.
5, 6,
Okay.
7.
Well, his thing is still gonna hit anyway, even with the not +5.
So right off the rip, so I did my D8 plus 10, so we're at 17 damage. And then the alchemist fire
Is 2d, is a d4, I believe, on top.
D4 and it just straight up.
Yeah,
goes through.
it's a d4 fire damage, and it lights him on fire, so he starts taking a d4 every turn until he uses an action or something to put it out.
17, 18, 19 damage.
All right, you watch as this arrow, with this little pot of alchemist fire on the tip of it, hits right under the armpit, shatters, coating him in like a napalm-like substance as this blue flame begins to burn him, and the shaft of the arrow embeds itself deep into the golem as he takes 19 points of damage and looks at his arm and goes,
Whoa, where does you come from? The little arrow whizzes by.
Hello.
I mean, you can't see her face, and she's got like a black cloak on her.
And a mask on.
Yeah.
Oh my
I
gosh.
feel like Aurora looks like a Fortnite character. 'Cause
she's got the
like-
most like dark, I'm sitting in a corner, look for a cleric ever.
Yeah. I feel like that belongs on Rosella. Just 'cause-
Her theme song has become like her sitting in a corner going, crawling in my skin.
She's always.
But like her vibe though too is she's sitting there like two hands holding a cup of tea.
She's been watching the whole
She's
time.
like-
Waiting for a good chance to strike. Okay, yeah.
All right,
I
is
roll
that
it.
your full turn?
She will do a backflip.
Please be good. Please be good.
She's literally gonna say, "That was cool."
This is an ability check. I'm gonna flash genius this.
Probably.
So plus
We're
5 to that.
Flash
Ah,
8,
your
9, 10,
forms
11,
quite
12,
right with you like that.
13.
Talking like you would.
Yeah, tuck your knees.
15.
All right, successful
cool.
backflip. A successful backflip
Woohoo.
with that acrobatics check. All right, it is back up to the top of the round. Basella,
It's
you are
probably
up.
like,
Alright.
This guy's too cool.
As your parents are on the cart, both like stunned, as you guys are fighting these creatures.
Alright, I'm gonna
After this shot bust,
shoot him again.
like before.
Oh no.
Now we're just like, aye, trick shot.
Does the arrow do
11?
1d4
Does that
every
hit?
single turn?
It's
Or is it
at the start of
every-
his turn, yeah. Unless he uses an action or something to put it out.
Does 11 hit?
11 does hit. These
Okay.
things do not have a super high AC.
That is
Alright.
a lot of help.
It's just flesh. They don't have any armor or anything on.
That will.
They're pretty much wearing the equivalent of a loincloth.
So there's
Is Megan just picking up on the audio? I assume
Alright.
so. Sorry.
Adam and
That
Apple.
activates my sneak attack.
hello, chat.
Gesundheit.
17 points of damage.
Okay, 17 points of damage as your arrow whizzes from the side of the creature, and you guys watch as the arrow embeds itself like right under the jaw and kind of up into the neck as the creature goes and like pins the jaw in place.
Alright, again. Again.
Again.
17!
Would she have sneak attack?
That was with my
Oh, that
sneak
was-
attack. Yeah.
17 to hit.
17 to hit.
Just roll
17 to
for-
hit does
just
hit.
Roll for pain.
Oh, I forgot that.
And yes, she would have sneak attack.
She rolled it.
Oh,
11.
11.
Okay.
My brain is not working.
11 additional points of damage as you aim this shot a little bit lower, and you hit him right above his belly button, putting an arrow right into his upper intestines.
And I go back into sneak. Yep.
As it thuds in, and he goes, and he's looking around trying to figure out who's pinpricking him.
Can't find me.
Just disappears.
No one has. The only people who've ever found you in combat had true sight.
Yep.
It's always a
Just stupid.
All right. With that, we go to Calvin's turn.
Creature that's good.
Okay, I'm going to head towards the last one, which I assume is close to me.
It's right next to you.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I'm gonna. This is so much more funny if you've actually seen the show. I'm gonna take my hand. I'm gonna punch into the ground into like the Luffy like Gear 2 stance. As I'm gonna just cast like Thunder Wave. You see just like a bunch of like red and blue lightning bolts go out everywhere, and it's just gonna Thunder Wave towards the
Gear
thing.
2 for like a millisecond.
Yeah.
So you like punch the ground as you like
Yeah,
blast
punch
away
the
your
ground and-
thunderous force forward from you.
Yes.
So would it be thunder damage or lightning?
It is thunder.
Thunder damage.
He's
It's
getting
not
hits.
lightning.
He's getting
Ooh,
pet.
And it-
11.
it's a save, I believe, for him.
Plus what? Oh, do I even roll for that?
No.
I roll a save. I got a 15 on the deck save.
Saves it.
Ah, it's saved.
Right, so it'll take half damage.
Fail. And then damage is 2d8.
And you see the way like hits him and like ripples across him, but doesn't really seem to do too much.
Oh, where's a d8?
Damage is damage.
Or these you have to make a
19.
save as well.
11 damage.
Well, it's a cone from the direction he chooses, so it wouldn't hit Daisy.
Yes.
No, it's a
No, it's a cube.
it's a 15-foot cube.
Oh, yeah. Then it would hit Daisy too.
Sorry, damn. 15.
Electrocute.
Sorry. And then immediately after, gonna use my whatever this is called, not second wind. Action surge to be able to do a second thing.
What was the total damage?
8, 9, 10, 11.
Okay, so you're gonna action surge.
Action surge. Action
Action
surge.
surge.
I want to do
As you
something
do the
cool.
power slam of your fist into the ground, causing a shockwave in a 15-foot cube. As a thunderous boom, that goes out.
And
from
then
where you are,
immediately
like
after,
a thunderclap.
I want it to look so much cooler than it does, but it's not going to. I like as I'm still like punching into the ground, the like lightning bolts are gonna like turn into giant black like arm things as I cast
Tentacles?
Arms of Hadar, yeah.
Yeah.
Gonna turn into giant like lightning looking tentacles as I start smacking the crap out of the thing.
Okay.
Do I roll for this one?
Yeah, you watch as the color changes to like green bolts of energy that then kind of turn almost like a black oily look. As they then strike out at the golem.
Okay.
How dare I, right?
Pass. Strike saving throw for that.
Okay. Strength save. Gonna be an 8 total.
So no, that fails.
I rolled a base 4.
So you're going to take 2d6.
Okay, 2d6.
9 damage.
Okay, 9 points of damage as the tentacles boom, 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 slap at it, hitting the arms, and one of them smacking him across the face like one of those professional slap contests. And it's like almost in slow motion, you can see them across his face.
And that's all I'm gonna do. And I'm just gonna like stand up, and there's like steam coming off of me. That's all I'll do.
Okay. All right, it is now his turn. He is going to try and take a swing at you because you are the closest to him, and you just hit him with 2
Fair
spells.
enough.
He's gonna impose disadvantage.
Okay, so first one
I'm just gonna give him a big ol' smile.
is going to be a total of 22.
Even with the
Yeah, well, the first one was a 19, second was a 15 base.
Oh dang! Well, it's still gonna hit. I'm just gonna smile and just accept it with open arms. There's not much I can do at this point.
Okay, anyway. That is going to be 10 bludgeoning damage, 7 lightning damage. As
7 lightning
yeah,
damage.
as you're
too?
punched in the gut, as like the taser fist goes off like right in your stomach, as you're just
And do I go flying a couple feet back?
it like you would. It's kind of one of those things where it punches you up, so you get like lifted like just a little bit off the ground, in the same space as you're hit, and you're just like 6 inches off the ground as the second fist comes down, almost like a hammer fist from above on you, and that's going to be a
Yikes!
You got this. 17 to hit.
I don't got this.
Or sorry, 15 to hit.
Yeah, that hits. I'm at 6 HP.
Right?
He'll be fine.
I'm the only one who's gotten it.
That's going to be 16
because you're
bludgeoning
the dummy
damage
next
and
to
5
him.
lightning damage.
Yeah, I
No
go down.
armor.
As the hammer fist slams into your back, flattening you on the ground and leaving you unconscious in a Yamcha style position, where you're in a little bit of a crater of your own body, spread out like a Yamcha.
I imagine how Peter Griffin falls down the stairs.
Yeah, just exactly.
Oh boy. Aren't 90% of your spells like longer range?
Yeah.
Why do you always go near him?
Because I'm a fighter.
It charged up to him into melee too.
Fair enough.
Oh my God.
That is the golem's turn as we go to Kairo's turn.
Their swords. Hit them with their swords.
So, Kairo, you're up.
3.
You're right. I do have those.
Carl, blow a hole through his head.
I
No.
thought that was your job.
Well, no, I'm gonna cut his head off.
This golem does look heavily hurt.
Good.
It is
I would
past the
like
bloodied stage
3 arrows
from
in
the
body.
damage that
Good.
it has taken. It's taken a couple spells too, because it's taken both of the spells from Calvin. It's taken a solar wind from Yoshiko. It's been kicked by Daisy twice, and it's been hit with an arrow that had alchemist fire on it.
Good.
Which also reminds me, it does take the D4 fire from the alchemist fire at the start of its turn, dealing 4 points of damage to it.
I'm going to cast Branding Smite on my glaive,
Okay.
and then take a swing.
Okay. And as you're looking at this thing, it is barely standing.
That's a base 18. So
Okay, that's gonna hit.
20.
As the blade of your glaive ignites into flame, as you bring it up around your head and strike it down, bisecting it from collarbone to hip, as you split it in half.
I only have
There.
1 hit point left.
Apparently.
Well, it would have been base 12 plus this spell. So.
Yeah, I did figure it had enough HP for that left. It had 4 HP left, so
Dang.
Good.
Yeah.
so you bisect it in half, shoulder to hip, as that golem is dead and the combat ends.
This bought
since
him
I-
5 minutes.
Not bad.
Should I? Daisy's gonna stomp on him since Daisy made an attack. He's gonna heal.
Sorry, so this is gonna heal me?
Yes. 7.
Daisy's like over there doing CPR, just like you hear his wrist crack and then reset. It's like this mechanical horse kicks you.
Each time I make an attack with
Were the
magical
golems considered a
or
large creature?
Daisy,
They are both large
I heal
creatures,
two.
or
Do I
medium,
get souls
sorry.
from them?
So they're both medium.
6
Okay.
HP.
Do I
So you would
Seven.
get 2 souls, yes.
What about for the scabs? Are they close enough?
The scabs were farther away. Actually, remember, yours is 60-foot radius now, right?
I think so.
So yes, you would have gotten 4 souls from them as well. So you got a total of 6 souls that you gained from this fight.
Good.
Okay.
I've almost refilled my soul.
I should make just a needle that's a magical item, so I can just stab you and heal you.
It does nothing other than
It's just a hypodermic needle.
Yeah. Just so I can
It's rusty.
use our
1 point of damage. Okay.
I mean,
You just stab him
leaving
with a
him or
fork.
not? Let's go.
Okay.
Oh,
Are you coming?
All right. So having
someone have a
killed
drink.
and absolutely mutilated those creatures,
I crawl back into the cart.
Not the drink you want.
you guys have the way cleared ahead for you to be able to enter this portal that looks like an old, just an old stone circle carved
you
into
know
the
about
ground
this?
here in the middle of the forest with these runes circling it.
Know about it. Oh, we bragged about it, didn't we?
I mean, he was a High Lord elect.
Yeah,
Too much.
maybe.
I just absent-mindedly sip, and then by the end of this, I'm like, I need more.
You've gone through like 4 cans.
She's over there just like
It did do that.
So all right. So this is the rune thing that they go through. Do we have the vials?
We have a vial. That's enough to get in and out.
We're going to Dawnstone, or Dawn's Rest.
Yeah.
Yes.
We're going to Dawn's Rest. We are not staying. We're
No.
gonna go in,
Go and get out.
get the message.
Now,
out.
now, here's an issue.
What?
What happens if we run into the dragon again?
We
We will deal with it if it comes up.
you hope and pray you don't.
Just hope it doesn't happen because we don't
Fair
have
enough.
the time to not deal with it.
The answer is hope and pray it doesn't.
It's just
Do you have an idea?
don't get
No,
another.
no, I
ambush
don't have
card.
any. I tried talking with it last time.
So I will
but
say
that
there is one
Go.
card in this deck
don't
that
wanna
I
do
have
that.
designated as the dragon card. Only one. So
Okay.
anything else, even if it's another ambush or something,
If
That's
you-
one
if
out
you-
of 52, guys.
If you pull, if you
this is the only card that if you pull it, this is the dragon encounter.
And by the way,
While you're
my
in there.
eyes are a different color. They're now
one?
orange.
Ooh.
Have we
I do
done
know
this
that.
one
Has
yet?
orange happened yet?
No.
No, orange
Oh,
hasn't
no.
happened. I have
Pyro
no.
Renault.
Cairo Renal.
Renault.
Ah.
I am French.
So you're just like, oh, oui,
Oui, mademoiselle. I am French.
so now you're in.
It's just okay, Kyle.
now you're in Suffolk.
Cairo's over there like, wee 101.
This is practicing for the next campaign.
This,
Kind of.
all
The
right.
next campaign is French.
But do you want to administer the blood thing so we can
Yes.
get going?
Shall we get on our way?
All right.
Fetch.
As you crack open the vial
Broken again.
and you pour it onto the
Maybe hit
perfectly
it with a
circular
head
golf
this
ball sized quartz crystal. The blood absorbs into the center of it, going and filling up the crystal. And as you move towards the rune circle, you see a rift open up across it as mist begins to pour out and run across the ground around it. Stepping into the portal, you feel the familiar momentary falling feeling as ground falls beneath your feet, and as you continue walking, you step out of what looks like an old well on the other side.
Absolutely hate this place.
In the Nightmare realm, it looks like there is a large blood moon up above you. And you can see several winged creatures that are almost like a combination of a bat and a spider flying up above you guys. As a large flock of probably 80 of them fly over, ignoring you guys though, as they fly over and soon you see what it is that they were fleeing from is a gargantuan winged lizard flies above. Not a dragon, but
I was like,
How
Joking
is
me.
this not a dragon?
take a skink, like
A lizard
skink
skink.
with like the small stubby
Oh.
legs.
Put wings on it.
Put giant wings on it,
That's hilarious.
and then make it so that its tail has like 100 spikes along it, like a porcupine's quills,
Okay.
and that's what just flew over the top in a kind of comedic fashion. As it flies, its tiny legs just hanging down below it as it flaps above.
It's the dinosaur, or sorry, not dinosaur. Jeez, it's the dragon from How to Train Your Dragon.
It's like a grunkle.
Yeah, the grunkle.
Yeah.
Just a fat grunkle. That flies above. Meanwhile, you can hear things scattering into the underbrush around you as you look around to the familiar sight of dense fog with dancing werelights moving throughout it. Sometimes you'll see a shadow moving that looks almost like a bear with the nose of like a star-nosed mole. Which you guys have seen here once or twice before. They seem to scavenge for carrion and corpses.
Shall we make our
and
way?
off to
We
your
are
right.
here already.
You see
Let's leave town after
the gravel path that leads off, and then you see the first lantern pop up like they always do. Just on 2 wooden beams, a simple metal lantern hanging off. Where the lantern came from, how it got here, no one knows.
This is like
Let's go.
Narnia, but worse.
Yeah.
All right.
That is what I was thinking.
We're on our way. Don't rest.
I don't remember this
I
one.
don't-
La, 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 la,
I don't
la.
like this one at all.
I don't know this.
I don't know this at all.
Skipping
I don't.
down the lane.
I'm just like,
Very Poppins, but it's really dark.
We're just singing and gallivanting through
Okay.
through
Nightmare.
the nightmare.
As you guys
Literal
begin
hell.
the
Buzz.
3-day trip through the Nightmare Wastes, or through the Nightmare Realm, who's going to pull card 1?
I will not be responsible.
I have courage.
You pull next one. You haven't done
I'm
mine.
You
French,
three.
so you can always blame me.
Okay.
I already do.
As you guys travel through the first day, for the first time that you've been in here, you start to see what looks like storm clouds on the horizon as they begin to move in. And as it begins to rain, you realize it's raining blood.
Is
Does
it-
it happen to be vampire blood?
I was
Wait,
just about to ask the
Is it
same
vampire
thing.
blood? Start collecting it.
I take out one of my probably empty bottles by now. I fill one up.
Aurora
I can
takes
guess
one of.
identify.
She has an empty alchemist fire,
Uh-huh. So she's going to fill up a flask.
so she's gonna fill up a flask and fill that up. And then, is there a way that we have someone here who can discern what type of
Well,
blood it is?
if you have like identify, you
I
can
have
cast
Identify.
identify on it and find out what kind of blood it is.
Ritual cast identify on it.
Okay.
So, is it?
Use my bottle.
So as you cast identify on it, you guys notice that there's like it's mild, but there's a very mild burn to your skin as the blood hits. Looking through it and checking it, this is Hydra blood. For some reason, it's raining Hydra blood here.
Wait, hold on. So
Select it. It's poisonous and acidic.
I was gonna say,
Throw it in your
It is useful.
It's also, for those with proficiency in medicine, and Marcella would actually know this because her parents own an apothecary, and her parents are there to talk about it. But her parents are like, this stuff is worth a lot.
Yeah.
Like a small vial of it is worth like
that's why.
is worth like 200 gold.
And I'm still feeling a
You
full
still have how many
bottle.
bottles?
Yeah. I'm like, hey, go. I start handing out bottles.
Hydro blood. So hydro blood is one of the main ingredients in the
I
highest
definitely
potency
have multiple.
health
Every time
potion.
I drink something, I just-
That's why it's so valuable.
So
It's one of the
definitely
ingredients
have, like,
needed for it.
so one of
But it
so
only works for specific kinds of hydro blood. You have to have Lemaian hydro blood.
so if Aurora
So this could be Lemaian hydro blood.
so I look at you because she knows clearly the most about this type of blood. Hey,
Well, her
if-
parents right there, and
Parents do.
her parents are
Right
apothecasts.
there.
So
doctor.
whoever would seem to know the most about it. So I look to that person and I say, hypothetically, if I drank this, what would happen?
You would probably almost die.
I would not drink that. It would just poison you.
So I probably shouldn't put it in my plant. I will not do that. Noted. Thank you. What if this was poured over a wound?
Well, if you mix it with other stuff, it can be distilled down and turned into an incredibly potent health potion. But you also need some Dragon's Bane. You need a little bit of silver, as well as a couple of other things. Mostly some rare mushrooms from the south of Istrid, but if you mix those together, you can create a supreme health potion.
I think, and Aurora looks at everyone here. I don't know who I was talking to, but that was very useful.
Talking to my parents.
Oh,
That
cool.
would, yeah.
All right. So,
That would be
oh,
her
wait.
dad who
Okay,
let
cool.
you know that.
So I look around and I say, we should fill as many vials as humanly possible.
We're way ahead of you.
Perfect. And I think Aurora only has, because she has.
The real question is, how many empty alcohol bottles does Calvin have?
So about
Yeah.
5.
I'm gonna say I have about 5 at least bottles, but I also have like a
Yeah.
water thing, whatever this is called.
Right.
Water skin.
I'm gonna say Aurora has 3 vials of. I feel like she would have. She's used vials in the past, but they've been poured out because of. No, I'd have a lot more than that because I've bought a lot of holy water. I've bought like a lot of holy water actually.
I wouldn't have any because every time
Yeah, I
use
bought it for my
it's
arrows.
Shuffling it and it shatters. So,
Like I'd say I have 5.
Well, if you put
vials.
the bottle in, it consumes the bottle and turns it into
You're
the
right.
arrows. So
You're
you
totally
wouldn't-
right. Yeah, I have probably like 2 vials.
Yeah. So, Desi's parent or Visella's parents also pull out a couple of vials and collect some of the stuff so that they can further test it and see if they can determine if it's Lernaean hydro blood.
I have 1 pound of black powder. I'm going to make some bullets.
Okay.
Was it 10 bullets per pound?
Yes. Yeah.
So I'm just going to make
So as this storm continues and the blood rains down, you start to see red lightning arcing across the sky. As well as in the clouds, you start to see shadows of what looks like giant serpentine heads almost crying out in pain as you realize that the reason why it's raining blood is because there is a gargantuan hydra standing up somewhere above you, and one of its head stumps has been severed, and it's bleeding down into the clouds, causing it to rain blood.
Nice. What here just sliced a head off a hydra?
We don't want to know.
A gargantuan.
Probably the dragon.
An even bigger hydra.
I think it's best we don't know the answer to that question.
Yeah. Besides,
As the only glimpses of it you can see are very shadowed glimpses in the
It could just be like a
clouds
lizard thing.
as lightning arcs across it and illuminates the shadow of what looks like gargantuan reptilian heads.
That flying lizard with the tails just ran its tail across it. He camped in a giant hydra somewhere.
You begin to realize that not only are you hearing thunder, but you're hearing the gargantuan, deafening roars of this creature battling with whatever it's fighting as you continue to travel throughout the day. In total,
Nice.
how many vials do you guys have that you collect this stuff with?
We got all his liquor.
I would say,
bottles.
yeah, I handed a bottle at least out to 4 other people.
Aurora has 2 vials. I assume this is all getting sold for party funds, right?
Eventually, yes.
maybe.
So we save a
Or
bottle.
turn directly into the healing potions.
Yeah.
One of the 2.
You Marcella's
go
parents would also
True.
do a direct trade for it for you guys from you guys
We can do direct
Um,
trades with her parents for that.
because they would trade you guys
Did I
a
say you're there?
You have
lot
bottles, though?
of
I have 2 vials.
vampire blood as well as health potions for it.
Yeah. Maybe some other potions.
Oh.
They're mostly healing.
We'll
see.
Yeah.
We mostly
Well,
need health. and
they'll see what they have in stock.
But it also doesn't really matter because if it's all going to party funds, then it doesn't really matter if I have
Yeah,
a
yeah.
bottle or not.
All right.
Okay.
I hand out bottles, so at least everyone has a bottle.
Okay. So at least 6 bottles and a couple of vials. Okay. Each bottle, like alcohol style bottle, that is filled, would be worth about
600 gold.
about 2,000 gold. What? If it's Lernaean Hydra blood. If it's not a Lernaean type of Hydra, it has no value for the medicinal purpose, but there are still some other purposes that it can be used for, depending on which type of Hydra. But that is currently being further tested by Macella's units on which type of blood it is.
I should dip my arrows in it.
Because depending on what type it is, if it's what's called a Cryo Hydra or a Inferno Hydra, it could be interesting.
Doused in hydro. Got it.
So as you guys continue forward, the storm eventually passes, and you guys are able to move forward as a regular rainstorm follows, allowing you guys to kind of get yourselves cleaned up. On the second day,
I'll take it. Don't want to be covered.
I need I need a victim to.
A victim.
Excuse me.
Before I want to do
Do you want to go?
Oh.
Before.
Oh.
Kelvin.
Do you know what your wand does?
Which one?
The one you're trying to.
The one you're searching for. Do you know what any of your wands do any of these?
We know that.
Let's be real here. No, I do not. I pull out the half put together wand and then my other wand. I know this one. I know this one will eventually make me immortal. Question.
Immortal?
That was what the man in the fancy hat said.
Man. Did you get the name of the man in the fancy hat?
No.
Okay.
No
Why
further
did you
questions.
ask? He never does.
Well, once we're done with getting whatever that is, what are your plans after?
I'll play it by ear.
Why
Really,
do you
I-
want to be immortal? That sounds awful.
Who doesn't want to be immortal? Mate, I think we've had this exact conversation before. I forget you all are lame.
I'll
I
die.
would like
I'll
to.
die when I die.
Alright. Look, I want to be very powerful, and so I can roll the seas and not have a worry in the world and see. I'm not to that point yet, not in the slightest, and this will help me get
So you just want to explore?
there. Yeah.
Is that why you keep wandering off all
I
the
want
time?
everything. I want everything this world has to offer, and I'm not going to stop until I get it or I die trying.
But you want to be immortal.
Sorry.
Sorry.
What'd you say? I didn't hear what you said.
But you want to be immortal.
Yes.
Okay.
That's the ultimate goal here.
So you're searching. You're going on a grand adventure.
Sorry. No further questions.
Yes.
I thought you were French. I'm sorry.
Oui, I am French.
Oh, wait.
That's just how it's been sounding to me. I don't catch it at all.
Yeah.
But continue.
Holy. I'm sorry.
Oui. Oui, mademoiselle.
I'll stop. I'll stop.
Jamais
I'm gonna have sarcastic comments the longer
Anyway.
you have this accent, so fair warning.
The next campaign will be a blast then.
No.
Continue.
Well, after we're done with all this vampire ordeal, if you
I'm
still
about ready to steal it.
want to go on an
again.
adventure, I could use some help. I know
What about this moment?
Yoshiko and Aurora probably want to return to whatever
I'm
they're
sneaking
doing before.
So you're telling me you need a captain?
A friend.
I'm hearing that you need a captain, I mean.
That'll work.
All I require is a parrot, a ship, and many, many bottles of alcohol.
I can guarantee the alcohol and the ship. I can't guarantee you a parrot.
This is why I like this guy.
Just
I can't decide whether or not I'm happy when you two help each other, or if I'm genuinely concerned.
Or should be
Do
scared.
you want to go adventuring across the many realms after this
No,
vampire deal?
Oh no. I
Ugh.
want to
I'm fine.
That's what we're
marry,
gonna
See,
settle
they-
down,
you're-
and
you're
tell the
busy.
rest of the world to
Yeah, I have a
get
job,
back
but I wouldn't mind, going here and there, finding things, doing things.
What about your role?
as soon as the vampire thing is
She looks up
figured
from her
out.
scroll and says,
I thought that you would be busy
What's
with.
the question?
Don't worry about it.
I'll have free time.
You should keep reading on your
Very
scrolls.
well.
Catch up
Often
on
be
your
open.
economics.
All right.
Often would be open to you too, Miss Ella. And you. Everyone here.
You're very friendly right now.
It's a little scary.
I'm just trying
I'm
to
not-
think
He's
about
always
the
like
future.
this. What are you talking about?
No, you're
You do
Come
have
on,
different
you always
colored
have to
eyes
think
today.
about the future.
No,
Else
you're
there's
right.
nothing,
You're
no
right.
reason to do the present.
This is true.
Did you pick
If there is no future, then what's the point of the present?
Anyways.
All right.
I'd like to pick a card.
Yeah.
As we move on to day 2 of
Say
3,
goodbye to your health, gamers.
Don't pick the one. I
No,
will in
don't
fact
pick
throw
the
things
one.
across.
Bing
Okay.
bong, everyone's dead.
I'm leaving if you pick
All right.
that card.
We all just end the campaign. We're like,
We're
nope.
done.
As you travel through the second day, it's
Oh
abs-
shoot! I need to roll twice.
I know, that's why I was like.
The second day is incredibly unnerving because for the first time since you've been here, other than when the dragon was around, it is completely silent everywhere around you. And there's no fog in sight. It just, for the entire day, is completely dead quiet.
How far can
Nice.
that be?
Nice day.
If
You
there's
can
no
see along the road about 10 miles ahead.
fog? Well, we'll know we'll not
The
be
moon
ambushed.
is not a blood moon. It is just a beautiful, bright silver up above you. The moon always seems to be in a full moon state, and about 4 or 5 times larger than than the regular moon in the night sky here when you're in this nightmare realm. And as you actually look up, if you look just carefully, you notice without the fog that picking out, you can actually see the fractured bits of Mistrid floating up above you in the sky.
Do we just kind of?
It's very pretty in a way.
I think it's not a bad idea to just leave. The silence is kind of freaky.
Fair enough.
The silence is deafening. Let's move on our way, double time, if possible.
I think
You're the
that
one
might
with the
have
cart,
been
man. We say as we sit
Yeah.
back.
Yeah. As you guys travel, you realize that part of the reason why it can be so different from day to day is the realm takes on people's fears in different sections and waves as it ripples across the realm and manifests in different ways. And it seems that today, the fear of pure silence and eerie quiet seems to be dominating the realm at this time.
Oh, that's so sad.
I
Where did the fetching Hydra come from then?
I mean, to be fair, I'd be scared about a massive Hydra as well.
I feel like anyone
The
would be
raining
pretty
blood.
terrified.
It's a combination of the fear of gigantic monsters, people's fear of snakes, multi-headed creatures, as well as, with two things fighting that are very big, the blood rain.
I'm sorry, continue.
All right, who's gonna pull for day 3?
I have no fear.
For day 2, I would be
Here we go.
probably really eerily quiet the entire day, just based on just the eerie silence of everything.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't hear Calvin say like.
That's
two
what I'm more
words.
nervous about.
Yeah, you don't hear
I
me
don't
say
like that.
none the whole day.
I don't like that anymore.
All right. As you guys travel on the third day,
So the way he starts this.
the fog returns rather quickly and thicker than usual.
Okay.
No.
And there seems to be more werelights dancing around
Listen,
in the
folks.
fog. And as you're walking, you are hearing whispers echoing throughout the fog. And as you're listening quite closely, you realize that all of the whispers are people talking about how you're going to fail and degrading you for things that you failed at in the past. As you realize that it's the overwhelming pressure of the fear of failure that is manifesting at this time and just weighing heavily on you guys. And it actually slows your progress a little bit as you go. And as you're walking, it starts to get harder and harder to walk as it almost feels like you're having to drag yourselves
Pull the depression card.
throughout the day, causing you guys, as you travel, to gain a level of exhaustion by the time that you get to the end of this trip and you get to the old ripped apart fountain that mirrors the fountain, although that fountain is more pristine, that is located in the courtyard of the garden next to the Cathedral of Angels in Dawn's Rest. But you guys have arrived safe.
Johan, did you want me to Moonsilver edge your halberd? Are you still going to use it? You have your sword.
No, well, that's a good question. Actually,
Ever used your halberd? I didn't even know you
I don't
had a
have.
halberd.
I don't. I was gonna have one made.
Okay.
That
I was going through my list of requests.
I was gonna get a I wanted a moon silver halberd, but he makes a good point of
Yeah, your
Bloodbane does.
What?
It does a lot more stuff that serves my needs better.
I can take you the swords
No
if you
one
like.
halberd.
I gave her one, but the other one I have is my childhood one that my dad gave me.
So you're not giving me that one.
And so, do you still want a
It's
dark
big
gun?
enough for me.
Right?
Dark
As
Do you
as
still
you
want a dark
guys-
gun?
A dart gun?
Yeah. We mentioned this before. Just something silent. This
Do you
was
want
before
a dark
came.
gun?
I
Yes
think
or no?
I think
No.
I think that's it.
I don't even
Anyway.
remember that conversation.
Let's get in the city.
A long time ago.
Calvin's stressed out from being yelled at that he's never gonna be enough. We get to the thing, and I have had 0 alcohol for 3 days. we get to the stone on the ground, and I'm like clawing at it, like scratching away, I don't know, leaves and foliage. Like I'm like, somebody's happening. I'm in a thing.
I take him to the bar.
right?
Oh, we're not even past the thing yet.
As you
Yeah,
guys
it's
step
volunteer.
through the portal
Alright.
and appear in the garden at Dawn's Rest, you scare the ever-loving crap out of a older gentleman who is walking his cat through the garden. As there's like this little leash that goes to like this harnessed around this
This
like little
guy
house
again.
cat, this like really chunky tabby cat that he's got, that he's walking with him. As he's walking with a cane, and all of a sudden this eerie fog starts to emanate out of the fountain in front of him as a bunch of people pop out.
I jump out at him and grab him by his like collar. Give me alcohol. Where's the alcohol?
He starts freaking out and you see him as he starts like, screaming.
Come on.
Oh, immediately thinking that some kind of demonic entity has come to take him.
I have like huge bags under my eyes, 5 o'clock shadow. I'm like,
There's still like
Character, like,
dried
19.
blood from the blood
Yeah.
rain, like, in the recesses of your pores.
sorry, I almost lost my cool there.
Almost?
As the guy like sits down and he's clutching his heart as he
Kill him via
Help him! He's dying.
Death by Calvin.
Sorry, sir. Can you point me towards the nearest bar,
You've
please?
been here.
Lovely. Who's on Calvin duty? All right, let's go.
I'm gonna go sell the axe.
Good idea.
Is the axe? I love imagining the axe is just bigger than you.
It probably is.
All right.
Yo, Yoshiko's like 50 pounds sopping wet.
Oh.
Not only is she smaller because she's a bird, but she's Japanese, so she ain't got no meat on her bones.
Fair enough.
I'm
Okay,
the shortest in
She's
the
like
team.
95 pounds at most.
At most.
All right.
With her stuff.
How are you guys gonna split up to go get done what you need?
Yep. I'm going straight to the Archbishop.
Sorry, where are we at right now currently?
You just came out in the garden next to the Cathedral of the Angels.
Archbishop. Then click.
What town?
Dawn's
Dawn's
Rest.
Rest.
That's all. Thank you.
How
Someone's
long
brain
we
broke
stay?
there for a little bit.
Literally
Literally as fast as we can get
as
out.
fast as possible.
Okay.
I'm gonna go get a couple of drinks, and I'll meet back.
So you guys are right next to the Grand Cathedral of Kiana.
And I'm gonna
Do we meet back here in 10 minutes?
Probably be longer than that. An hour.
An hour?
Hour.
That was good.
Pops.
Ew. I start sprinting.
maybe 2.
Hour.
Yoshiko starts
Well,
sprinting
I have to
after.
go
You
talk
two
to
head
the
off
guy.
to
That
the
might take
tavern.
a while, and then I'm gonna go collect.
As
my
you guys are walking through the
salary.
city, people, of course, immediately recognize you, and the word spreads rather quickly that you guys are in the city. As you actually find yourself slowed on your way to the tavern by a crowd forming, wanting to talk to you guys and get
I'm gonna do
autographs.
it then.
And
That's good.
I'll go with
as
you.
you head off with them, does Aurora, Johan, and Marcella head over to the
Yes.
headquarters of the church?
Yeah. That's right, because I'm the one with the evidence anyways,
Okay.
so I gotta go.
You do have the evidence.
As-
so present it.
As you guys head towards the headquarters of the church, which is just right across the way from where you guys are, not too far, you notice that you are stopped as an angel that you've met before swoops down and stops in front of you. This is the angel who called himself Apophis, or sorry, Apollyon, is what he called himself. Apollyon stops and says, "Ah, nice to see that the Oath Keepers are back in town. I've been keeping tabs on your adventures, and I must say, it's been very impressive what you guys have done. We just got news of your tales in Southgate,
Just got here.
and I must say, good work in saving the city."
Yeah.
And
travel
he
fast.
he reaches out his hand to each of you to shake, which is a very big honor for an angel to do that to a member of the
I'm
church.
like nerding out.
As he shakes your guys' hands, he has dark black hair, very sharp jawline, and his wings are a very like pearl white. He's about 6'4" and probably about 280 pounds,
Nice.
and just chiseled. As he
Chiseled demigod.
looks at you guys, he goes, "I assume you're here to report on something?
Yes.
Then I shall
Marcella's
let
got competition.
you know that I shall let the Archbishop know, and we can get you into an audience."
Okay.
As he flies off towards the cathedral, and by the time that you guys get to the gate, there's already someone waiting there to take you to the Bishop of the Arch,
Yes.
or the office of the Bishop.
I know.
That is the Archbishop.
Yeah, we don't.
My tongue's broken.
Oh, you did great.
Sweet.
Sweet.
Alright. As you are walked in by this Inquisitor, Carthus Adon Gross sits in front of a statue of Kiana. He sits on his knees, his head bowed, as a moonsilver sword that is a one-handed blade floats in front of him in the air a couple feet off the ground, as he seems to be chanting and meditating as it spins and radiant light infuses into the weapon. As you step in, his words begin to fade as the weapon lowers to the ground, and he picks it up, puts it into a scabbard, and stands up and turns towards you. Today he's wearing a gray robe instead of his normal white one. It's more of a relaxed robe, just very simple and plain. He's got his holy symbol on, and he's got his archbishop hat, which is the tall white hat that rises about 2 feet off of its head.
Where's he?
It's like
This hat is a very like religious purpose ceremonial hat that he wears around town when he doesn't have important business to do.
Okay.
As he turns towards you,
Less dark. No. It's still kind of dark.
so as he turns towards you, he goes, "Ah, Johan
Archbishop.
and Party. It was Marcella, correct? And don't know if I remember this one. Let me. Aurora. Yes. Yes, it was Aurora.
Sorry.
Sorry, I had to assume in this case because I didn't actually meet you last time. But what is it that you have to report?
So, would you like to report this, Miss Ellen?
Nope.
All right. So,
Don't believe you.
Lord Geralt is on his way here, but we discovered that he is a Stitcher, and a large
That is a
portion.
pretty serious accusation.
Yes,
But you're saying that one of the 4 High Lord candidates is a Stitcher.
yes,
Do we have any proof?
we do.
Pulls out the
We-
plates,
we-
and then the body of abomination.
So that's a freaking ungodly torso.
Thing that you've got tied to her back. Another part of the
This is all we could get. Unfortunately, when we discovered that he was indeed a Stitcher, it was a precarious situation, and we needed to get out
Where
as
the whole
soon as
town
possible.
literally was attacking us.
Fill me in on everything.
Well,
Recite it all.
As you go through and you recite everything that's happened with Lord Geralt, and he's looking over the corpse and checking everything out.
You have no flair.
No spice.
I don't have time.
He puts his hand over his face, and you can see that there's a lot of strain and wear in his face. You can tell he's very tired.
If you need to do a spell to tell for telling the truth,
No.
I don't know how that works out.
Just thinking. I'll have people ready to arrest Lord Geralt the moment he comes into the city. We'll pretend that we don't have this information yet, and we can capture him and make it a very public execution.
I like that, sir.
As for
It.
I was gonna say, I was like to
Do
point
we know
out
how far away he is?
as for
He's like a
the,
week away.
it should take a couple weeks.
Yeah, we don't have time.
Yeah. As far as a reward for your recent heroic actions as a party and personal actions, for the saving of the city of Southgate and restoring it back to the power of its rightful ruler, as well as for the uncovering of and foiling of the plans of a Grand Stitcher and discovery of an entire city having been turned so that we can deal with it with appropriate action. With which I will send a detachment of angels to deal with. And they will raise that city in the name of Kiana.
Yes,
And perform burial rites.
it's appropriate.
For your actions, I would like to offer you the position of knight of the city of Dawn's
Let's
Rest.
go.
promotions.
I ain't gonna treat you any
Promotion
different.
each
I ain't
time.
I'm gonna treat you worse now.
You
Carry
are.
our weapons, lackey. With this promotion, of course, comes the standard pay increase. And
Paid?
Yeah, I have a salary.
We've talked about this.
Anyway.
yeah, last time we picked it up, it was over 1,000 gold.
Yeah.
Continue. I'm pissed, but continue.
As well,
Yeah, this is my job. Like,
Shut up.
that would mean, becoming a knight, that you would be given your first piece of moon silver weaponry, as is customary. You will need to choose which weapon you would like.
I like this. Thank you.
Get a floating shield and become the better.
So,
The better.
think about that for a moment as he draws his blade, as he holds it up in front of him, and it ignites in a silvery flame across it. As he touches it to your right shoulder, and then to your left. Lord Johann Wolf II,
My lord.
I knight you as a knight of Dawn's Rest
Let
of
me
the
have my
Church
name.
of Kiana, a Grand Inquisitor and hunter of blood-sucking fiends. May your enemies fear you, and may the light guide you as the strength of angels courses through your blood. And he sheaths the weapon, puts it on his hip.
Can I join the church now? I'm just kidding.
Have you found the chalice yet? Didn't think so.
We're getting there. We're getting there.
Once you guys have recovered the chalice, and we've been able to solve this issue, we can talk about you joining the church at that time. Consider this your grand repentance.
That reminds me. While we were at Southgate, we ran into some ancient vampires. And we had an opportunity to interrogate one before I killed it. And we can't trust them. They're liars and fiends. However,
Something's happening to this.
Yeah, she bumped it
think
on
you're-
it.
I'm
Oh.
sorry, we've got it like.
Yeah, we gotta
completely
stabilize
cocked up
it.
Next against me.
Maddie just accidentally hit it with her shoulder.
Sorry, go
Okay,
It's
ahead.
okay.
yeah. I just saw the whole thing go. So.
Anyway, Johan, go ahead.
Push the bottom.
I think it's more Benny's side. Benny's side, go out.
Denise.
Oh, actually, no, it's this side. This side needs to go.
No.
Wait,
Towards her?
towards.
hold on.
Oh,
Technically,
no, you're right.
Yeah,
Yes.
that just that's not where that one is supposed to be.
No, it's because we can't really.
What?
Oh!
Yeah.
Want me?
But that's the
Hold
bottom
on.
and it's top heavy.
Sorry, gamers.
Okay, do whatever is necessary. I'll
Sound
hush.
good.
Is this good?
It's fine
Good?
how it is
Cinema.
now. We just need to
Here we go.
Don't touch
Anyways,
Yeah,
Johan,
debate.
you were saying about the vampires.
I believe we have some. There's no evidence, can't prove it yet. However, I strongly believe that Lady Vesna is indeed a vampire. Again, I have no real proof other than the word of a vampire who could be lying. We're looking into something that may help us prove it and may potentially free.
Keep me updated on any results and information you find. And just update me on any leads you have. I'll see if I can dispatch some inquisitors around the area to see if they can just dig up any rumors or anything that anyone's heard, if anyone's ever mentioned that they think she has traits or tendencies that could
Yeah,
align with that possibility.
that would be best. And one last, hold on, out of character. When we gave the whole rundown of Lord Geralt, would I have withheld? Would we have withheld? I should have probably proclaimed. I'm trying to think of the right word. Try to specified whether or not we withheld the information of Yoshiko's village.
I probably would have withheld that because
Yeah.
I was gonna say, if you told
better
him
have.
Yoshiko would kill you in cold blood,
Let's say.
please don't.
We
Yeah.
probably would
Johan
have
would
just
know
mentioned that
not
he's
to
searching
talk about
for
that.
a village
Okay.
with holy water, but that's it.
Okay.
As rumors.
If that-
The rumors of it.
That's even
We just
Well,
need
that's
to let
even-
him know, hey, he's a Stitcher Lord.
It's really
Yeah.
the thing that really pertains to the church. That he's a Stitcher Lord. Everything
Yeah.
else doesn't
Yeah.
belong to them.
okay.
That's all I got.
As usual, you can pick up your pay as well as turn in any vampire heads or anything else that you have at the regular location. And you can visit the armory and pick up your moon silver weapon of choice.
Thank you, Lord Bishop.
As Percival will have that ready for you.
Thank
yes,
you.
Percival.
Yes, that great.
He's a goat.
Definitely our friend.
Oh, he's a friend.
Yeah, he is.
Thorn's the one he doesn't like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Percival, we both forged stuff with, and
Yeah.
he ranted about you too.
I just think it's funny that we actually remembered an NPC's name. It's a momentous moment.
I have.
Well, Gertrude's also
yeah,
here.
Gertrude's
Gertrude
I don't
is
know.
an exception because Gertrude is an icon.
And
So-
the name made us confused.
Good. All right.
Yeah,
With that, I'm gonna head over and collect
Okay.
my paste. And
You guys head out. You go and collect that. As you pick up your pay raise, it is 2,000 gold.
nice.
Why isn't
He's rich.
No, I have a job.
That's
So do I.
true.
He has an extremely dangerous job,
Yeah.
which is why he's
I
paid.
do
what
get
he
paid
is.
a
So
lot.
do I.
my wing is
I love that
shit.
so much.
I just don't get paid for my job. My job is keeping you all safe.
Plus your
job is
quote-unquote
doing the
sugar
opposite
mommy
of
is a ghost dragon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure I could find her hoard and be richer than you.
Of course. Oh,
You know where it is.
Telepathically arguing with each other as we walk to the bar.
All right.
all my money.
As
We're walking.
And then
I,
I gotta
bet
go
you
to
got a
the-
promotion.
I'm assuming Yoshiko and Calvin just refill on alcohol.
The only other thing is I'm selling the axe.
Okay. You're going to sell the axe.
We don't have to
yeah.
walk through
You guys
that.
are going to get 4,000 gold for that axe. For the
I'm going to
berserker axe.
pocket
Berserker
2,000 and give the other 2,000 to the party.
It's up to you.
Okay.
I owe you 2 pounds of gunpowder. So that is another thing we'll pick up.
Right, I would want to stop by the shop. How much for the supplies to make?
For about 15 pounds, let's say it costs you
I'm getting my moons.
about 50 gold
I'll get a
to
help.
get everything.
So I can just do that after
What
rolling up
what would I
half
want?
the stash.
What do I want?
Yoshiko goes and gets
Oh, you're
some
gonna
high
tell that?
quality
I'm gonna-
gunpowder.
Yeah.
She buys 2 pounds of high quality gunpowder for about 70 gold for each pound. So it's about 140 gold for 2 pounds of high quality gunpowder.
All together or what?
I just think she'd just pay for the materials for the 15 that I make.
Yeah, she could do that.
That was mine.
Which would be like
If you
5 gold,
pay the
10
50
gold.
gold for the materials for
Yeah, I can do that. That's
okay,
fine.
yeah, that would work.
the 15.
Okay.
I'm just gonna write down that I made the 15. I'll roll. We can subtract.
Would Yoshiko be able to get bracers of unarmored defense here?
Yes, you could. As you head into the local enchanting shop, which is Granis's Grand Magics.
I'm not entrance in the shopping session, I promise. We
I
are
know.
getting in and we are
Am
getting
I
out.
with you or did
George.
Okay.
George Granis.
We got you drunk in the
who is
morning.
I need gun.
who is a
Well, I have 15 pounds now.
Bomb
about
arrows.
middle-aged, so like 40-something-year-old man. You see he's got several missing fingers on his left hand, and he uses crutches to move around as his right leg is missing. Is the one who owns the shop, and he's able to get you your bracers of unarmed defense for the price of 4,500 gold.
Mercy, I don't have that much gold.
How much gold?
4,500
Oh
gold.
my gosh. I was gonna say I have a decent amount of gold, but not that much.
Not that much.
Question.
How much are the bracers of unarmored defense even going to raise my AC?
Answer.
Yeah, right.
It gives you a +2. But I did forget, you guys do have a discount in this town, or in this city, for stuff that you've done, so he would be willing to sell them to you for 3,500.
Yeah, versus defense.
Yeah, it's alright. I have a cloak of protection, and that gives me a +1 in AC and a +1 on saving throws, so we're just gonna stick with that.
Okay.
So we'll move on.
Okay.
You have no armor.
I have unarmored defense. The idea is that I have spidey senses.
Yeah.
Right.
Which is awesome.
Okay.
Okay. And is there anything else before I jump to Johan again that anyone wants to? Okay, jumping over to Johan real quick. As you step up to Percival, of course, is excited to see you. Ah, Brother Johan, it's nice to see you again. Is your friend Cairo in town as well?
He is. I don't know if he's gonna be able to stop by. We're not staying long, so.
Well, one of these days we need to get together and make something again.
I think he would like that very much.
It was fun.
Bruno would.
What can I do for you?
I just got knighted, and
Congratulations.
thank you, sir.
I knew you could do it.
No,
That must mean you're stopping by to pick your moon silver weapon.
I am, and I've been thinking about it all the way. Here. I'm still thinking about it. You know what?
You already have a good weapon.
I do, and I'm gonna get an even better weapon now. Maybe I don't know. No, I won't. I'll just get an equally cool weapon.
Oh, do you?
I want.
Or how about a dagger or something?
Yeah, you could get a moon
Oh,
silver
right.
thing for your little lady.
Oh, yeah.
A bayonet. For
Oh,
He has a bayonet. I
Oh,
made
yeah,
him one.
right.
Yeah.
Only thinking about himself.
Wow.
It's 2 pounds. Ooh. Okay. This might actually be good for you.
He was the only one that got anything out of this. Coming back to Dawn's Rest.
We filled up on my gunpowder.
Yeah, no, it was good. It was a good trip.
You're the one that got a promotion.
So what
I
will
finally
it
got
be?
a dead body out of my bag and a chipped wing.
I mean, if I
don't
got,
get commission out of this. Why am I here?
because I came and you were hanging out with me.
Fire thing, Johan.
I'm starting to question it.
I'm trying to think of how selfish I want to be.
Be
Sorry.
selfish.
I'll
Be
be-
your character.
Yeah, be my character.
Is that's okay. I got his childhood sword, so it's fine.
Yeah, I gave her a sword.
That's true.
I gave her a sword.
Do it thing.
I get a
That's
thing.
moon silver day.
I'd like a
so-
maul.
Just go straight for a maul.
Yeah, I'm gonna get a maul.
Okay.
Yeah, screw it. Something big that I can smash ahead.
Okay.
Okay. A maul. All right.
Yeah, good. Good.
He steps into the armory, full of incredibly bright weapons. As he reaches over to the wall and he grabs a large two-handed hammer that has on one side the maul face, which is more of like a almost like a dull axe head on one side. Is kind of how a maul works. It's pretty much a warhammer, or a giant two-handed sledgehammer that has like a splitting face on one side. And he grabs it, brings it over to you. You can see that it's engraved on the sides of the hammerhead with a depiction of an angel impaling a demon with a spear.
Yes.
And the haft is not only also made of moon silver, but has this beautiful pale white leather wrapped around it in a beautiful crisscross pattern. And in between the gaps in the leather, you can see beautiful gem work that has been put into it as he passes it over to you.
Thank you.
You know the videos of people putting like a 50 BMG in a hammer?
That plus Divine Smite.
Yeah.
We'll talk.
Here you are,
Talk. Thanks.
Sir
Thank you.
Johan.
Thank you, Percival. Okay. Got it.
Split many heads with it.
I will. Oh, I will.
Alright. As you get that, you guys begin to reconvene to meet up, and with that, we're going to take a very quick, 5 to 10 minute break. We'll just go on to our little welcome back screen for a little bit, and then we'll be back right after that to continue playing. So we'll be back pretty soon.
The dog's not dead.
The dog's not dead.
No, Doug.
Dog's still there.